Oh, hello everyone, my name is Tocho and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Origins. Morrigan is now recruited into our group. Hello Morrigan. Morgan, I'm still unsure how she pronounces it. She said it once and that was it. And we are apparently going out this way to use some old, call in some old debts and treaties to recruit an army to fight back this horde of Darkspawn. We going?
It is begun.
Okay, so this is the world map. We are down here. It looks like the only other place we can go right now is a campsite or Lothering. Let me just get my bearings real quick, see what everything is. Dinner room, Brazilian outskirts, that's Lothering. Lake Calened? Circle. Hey, that's where I'm from. It's just called the Circle Tower. I thought it had an actual name. Redcliffe Castle, Redcliffe Village, Soldier's Pass. And I guess we're heading to Orlais along the way? Okay. Then let's head to Lothering, I guess. Hello?
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Okay. Oh, there's more cutscenes. Doggo! Oh, hello. Oh, you guys understand sign language, lovely. This might be a lot. Nope, 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 don't do that. So yeah, the walking bomb combo is pretty good. He wags his tail and happily pants. Hello! Yeah, is this the dog I held back there?
I think he was out there looking for you. He's
Chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
Yay! Oh, I can name the dog. Oh my god, I can name the dog. Oh, what should I name the dog? Hold on. Alright, look, I know it's a guy. But I'm just gonna name it my dog, who is named Absidy. Absidy has his own, Oh, we've got a lot of these to go through. Okay, what does your character page look like? Oh, you do have stuff. You have Growl. Stun. Overtrain, giving it bonuses to crits, attack and armor. Leap. Nice. Fortitude, increase my warrior's tolerance for the elements, and it gains bonuses to fire, resist cold, and electricity. Charge, shred. Nice, awesome. Yay! Yes, my dog's name is Absidy. It was a result of a running joke.
As you say.
It's not important, but yes, Absidy. Detailed major location adventures around the kingdom of Ferelden. You can use the world map to travel from various locations, though some are not available until you meet certain criteria. Cool.
It shall
Let's
be
continue. And I forget where else. This is Lothering, is it?
Wake up, gentlemen! More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers!
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on. Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? You want to pay more? Well, we'll happily accept donations. Wouldn't such a caravan be well guarded?
A whole caravan ripe for the picking.
Go on your way. We've got work to do.
Yay, persuasion! Knight's notes. Knight's lockets. That's. Purple note written by Sir Henrik, Knight of Redcliffe. Has a codex entry, okay. Golden locket with a tiny painting of a pretty woman, pretty brown-haired young woman. It's impossible to tell where the woman might be. Whoever owned the locket was quite fond of her. What is in the codex? However, this is in Aegis. Did I get a shield at some point? Havard was Mafret's closest friends. They were children together in the same Evar clan. They fought side by side in so many battles that Mafret dubbed him Havard of the Aegis, better to have by his side than any shield. Mafret brought Havard with him to meet with the Tevinters. It was unthinkable to stand before his enemies without his Aegis. When he understood that Mafret was giving Andraste over to be executed, Havard, unwilling to draw swords with his friend and liege, placed himself between Andraste and the Tevinter soldiers. The Tevinter struck him down and Mafret left him for dead. But Aegis was not so easily destroyed. Havard lived and made his way greatly wounded to the gates of Minrithos to stop the execution. Too late, he found only the ashes of the prophet left to the wind and rain. When his fingers touched the ash, his ears filled with song, and he saw a vision of Andraste dressing Cloth of Starlight. She knelt at his side, saying, "Rise, Aegis of Faith, the Maker shall never forget you so long as I remember." His wounds healed instantly, and with new strength, Havard gathered up Andraste's remains and carried him safely back to the lands of the Almari. Okay. Might as well just get into this now. These are the most common darkspawn in the underground. Stocky and tough, Genlocks are notoriously difficult to kill even by magic. In any group of Genlocks, there is usually one or two that is dominant as the tallest, strongest, and smartest of their kind. Alphas serve as a sort of commander, directly and bullying others in combat. The most intelligent of the alphas become gifted sorcerers with many abilities akin to blood magic. These are the emissaries that are usually only appear during a blight. Taller than their Genlock cousins, the Hurlocks are roughly of human size, but are possessed of considerable strength and constitution. The shock troop of the Darkspawn, a single berserking Hurlock, can often be a match for numerous opponents at once. They are known to adorn themselves with roughly carved tattoos to keep track of their kills and deeds, though it is unknown whether or not there is a uniform standard to these markings. Alpha Hurlocks are more intelligent, more skilled fighters, often serving as commanders or even generals. Hurlock emissaries have also been known to appear during a blight. These Darkspawns are the only ones recorded as being capable of human speech and are often capable of employing magic. Towering over the Darkspawn kin, the massive ogres are a rare sight on the battlefield. Traditionally, they only appear during a blight, but some records claim that ogres have been spotted in the deep roads hunting alone or in small groups. At least one reported by the Grey Wardens claims that an ogre was spotted alone in the Kokori Wilds in 919 Dragon, though it was weakened and easily dispatched. Up to 100 of these creatures can accompany a Darkspawn horde at any one time during a blight, often using their great strength to burst through fortifications and demolish the front lines of the opposing army. They use brute force to charge their enemies like bulls, slam the ground with their fists, and shake enemies off their feet, and hurl giant rocks into the face of oncoming foes. Melee can be difficult against a giant that snatches a warrior up in one hand, crushing the life out of him, or beating him into oblivion with the other hand. The nimble can try to wriggle his way free, or an ally can attempt an array of stunning blows on in order to free the comrade in danger. Grey Warden lore urges caution when slaying an ogre. Unless it ensures that they have received a major wound to the head or the heart, it is possible that they are lying dormant and will regenerate to full health within a matter of minutes. During a blight, most Grey Wardens recommend burning all Darkspawn to ashes, dead ogres in particular. It has often been suggested that the only way for a demon to affect the world of the living is by possessing a living or once living body, but this is not always true. Indeed, a shade is one such creature, a demon in its true form that is adapted to affect the world around it. My hypothesis is this. We already know that many demons become confused when they pass through the veil into our world. They are unable to tell the living from the dead. The very static nature of our universe is beyond confusing to a creature that is accustomed to a physicality defined entirely by emotion and memory. Most demons seek to immediately seize upon anything they perceive as life, jealously attempting to possess it, but what of those that do not? What of those that encounter no life or fail to possess a body? What of those that are more cautious by their nature? These demons watch, they lurk, they envy. In time, such a demon will learn to drain energy from the psyche of those it encounters, just as it did in the Fade. Once it is drained enough, it has the power to manifest and will forever after being known as a shade. Such a creature spurns possession. It instead floats as a shadow across its piece of land, preying upon the psyche of anyone who crosses its path. Perhaps it believes itself still in the Fade. There is evidence to believe this is so. A shade will weaken the living by its very proximity. It forces its will, it can drain a single target very quickly. Some have even been known to assault the minds of a living victim, causing confusion or horror, making the target ripe for the kill. The tragedy of a shade is perhaps that, once it has drained a target whole, its appetite is only heightened rather than slaked. And when did I encounter a shade? What's here new? Lothering. Okay. In ancient times, Lothering was little more than a trading post that served as a fortress of Ostagar to the south. Nowadays, it is larger, serving Redcliffe and the community of merchants and surface shores near the Orzammar. Its location to the North Road gives it strategic value, so control of Lothering has historically been a matter of contention between the southern Bannerman and the South Reach Arling. King Calenhat himself stepped in, awarded the town to the South Reach in the Exalted Age, which has largely ended the feud, or at least the appearance of it. Oh my god, so many characters to go through. King Kalian Theron had hoped for a war like in the tales, a king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against the tainted god. Son of the legendary King Merrick Theron, Kalen was the first Ferelden king born into a land free from foreign rule in 2 generations. Since his father's death, he held the throne alongside his queen Honora. He fell in battle along Duncan at Ostagar. Sir Calthrian? Some of us know what honor and loyalty are. Calthrian came to Logain's service the hard way. She belonged to a poor family and was out doing work on the farm when she saw a man on horseback being attacked by several bandits. She rushed to his assistance and found out, belatedly, that the man she had saved was none other than the great hero Logain. Though she was hardly more than a child, he took her in, offering her a position with his soldiers, and she climbed through the ranks through sheer determination, becoming the commander of Marcus's shield. Logain's elite soldiers Becoming the commander of Marcus's shield, Logain's elite soldiers, was the proudest moment of her life. I'm assuming that is the commander he was talking to that ordered the retreat. Absidy. The Mabari is clever enough to speak and wise enough to know not to. Tocho, that's nice that it's changes based on actual choices I've made. Tocho found this Mabari in the camp at Ostiar. His master was killed in the wilds, and Absidy fell ill from biting the Darkspawn in battle. Absidy seems to have chosen Tocho as his new master now, seeking Tocho after the Battle of Oscar and warning of impending Darkspawn attacks. Yay! Okay, Duncan. Men and women of every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings, the Grey Warden sacrificed everything to stem the time of darkness and prevailed. Like many others, Duncan gave up his family name when he joined the ranks of the Wardens, a symbolic gesture of cutting ties. He might say this was convenience in his case, however. His mother was from the Anderfells and his father from the Teventer. His childhood was spent in the Free Marches and Orlais. His people were everywhere and his homeland was nowhere. He was given the almost impossible task of leading the Wardens in Ferelden, a kingdom that had thrown the Order out 200 years earlier. Facing local suspicion and hostility, he set about finding recruits. He was killed in battle against overwhelming numbers of Darkspawn at Ostagar alongside King Kalen. Arl Aemon Gweren. Nobility does not exist without obligation. We owe all we have, even our lives, to our land and our people. As the maternal uncle of King Kalen, Arl Aemon is one of the king's most trusted advisors. Redcliffe while not large or especially wealthy part of Ferelden, is a critical strategic location. The fortress guards the western pass that leads to Orlais, as well as a major trade route in Orzammar. A well-respected man, though not the most charismatic, King Kalen once said of him, "My uncle Aemon is a man everyone thinks well of when they remember to thank him at all." Flemeth. You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Ages ago, legends say Ban Conobar took to his wife a beautiful young woman who harbored a secret talent for magic. Flemeth of Highever. And for a time they lived happily until the arrival of a young poet, Ozan, who captured the lady's heart with his verse. They turned to the Chastened tribes for help and hid from Conobar's wrath in the wilds, until word came that Conobar lay dying. His last wish was to see Flemeth's face one final time. The lovers returned, but it was a trap. Conobar killed Ozan and imprisoned Flemeth in the highest tower of the castle. In grief and rage, Flemeth worked a spell to summon spirits into this world to wreak vengeance upon her husband. Vengeance she received, but not as she planned. The spirit took possession of her, turning Flemeth into an abomination, a twisted, maddened creature. She slaughtered Conobar and all his men and fled back into the wilds. For 100 years, Flemeth plotted, stealing men from their chastened to sire monstrous daughters, horrific things that could kill a man with fear. The Kokari Wilds led an army of Chastened from the wilds to strike the Alamari tribes. They were defeated by the hero Cormac, and all the witches burned, so they say. Even now, the Wilders whisper that Flemeth lives on in the marsh, and she and her daughters steal those men who come too near. Morrigan's mother saved the last Grey Wardens from death atop the Tower of Ishal, but just who or what Flemeth truly is a mystery. So this is like, I guess, the folklore around her, which she says that we shouldn't exactly trust, and I believe her on that. There's probably more to her than just this. We'll see. Logain Maktir. takes more than legends to win a battle. Understand this, I will book no threat to this nation from you nor anyone. Lothering was born a farmer during a time when his country was under foreign occupation. When he was still a boy, he joined the resistance, where his considerable tactical genius quickly became apparent. He became close friends with Prince Marek, the last true heir to the Freldon throne, and together they led the rebels to drive out forces of the Orlesian Empire. Marek raised his friend to nobility, and Lothering is now more of a symbol than a man. He represents the Ferelden ideals of hard work and independence. During the battle at Ostiar, he fled the field, leaving King Kaelin and the Grey Wardens to die. He then returned to Denerim and declared himself the regent to his daughter, Queen Honora, demanding that Ferelden follow him against the Darkspawn, upsetting a great many of the bands. Morrigan, Witch of the Wilds, such idle fancies, those legends, have you no minds of your own? Of herself, Morrigan says little. She does not deny being a Witch of the Wilds, but beyond that, everything about her is in question. Her mother claims to be Flemeth. If that is true, the Morrigan might be a very powerful witch, for the tales of the Daughters of Flemeth tell of twisted, monstrous women who can kill a man with fear. She was made to accompany the surviving Grave Wardens, the payment, Flemeth said, for saving their lives at the Tower of Ishal. Ban Tegan Gwern. The Baron will not bow to you simply because you demand it. Younger brother to Arl Aemon of Redcliffe and uncle of King Kaelin, Tegan holds the banner of Rains Fair, a tiny province of Redcliffe's trees between the Frostback Mountains and Lake Calenad. Ban Tegan avoids the Denerim court except to go hunting with his nephew and rarely makes himself heard at the Landsmeet, preferring to leave politics to his brother. Okay. I'm going to desperately try to stay on top of these so we don't have to do massive lore dump portions of episodes. We can actually get... I mean, important story stuff happens in this, but still. So many of my fellow knights have been searching for the urn. Surely one of them must have found Brother Gentivy by now. Still, until I hear that all is well, I must proceed as planned. Brother Gentivy holds the key finding the urn of sacred ashes. We always knew this, but I believe I know where Brother Gentivy lies. I have been to his home in Denerim and found the trail, and I am amazed that other knights have not done likewise. Unless they have? No. It's best not to get caught up in thoughts of conspiracy. Sir Donald awaits my report in Lothering. I must go to him immediately and report what I have learned. Should anyone find these ramblings, all I ask is that he be informed of my fate. I pray that he complete what I cannot. Okay, and that is credits, okay. Anything new crest related? Pinch Fashions, Jogby, Rigby. Sons of the Chastened. Yeah, we've already done all this. Okay, so let's get on with this. We apparently seem to have avoided a bandit attack on the bridge. Oh, that text kind of takes the entire screen, doesn't it?
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Jesus.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
This should be good.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
I thought I have.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first. Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Fair enough.
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Ah, crap.
That is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it. I can give you directions, if you like. He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is. If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there. We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy. Technically, the Circle of Magi is independent. We don't know that the Chantry won't support us, of course.
You truly believe that?
If we speak to the first Enchanter, he should see that his responsibility to the Grey Wardens supersedes anything the Chantry or even Tairn Loghain might have to say about it. If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course. Then you have a plan. Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Okay. Ooh. I got a... Alright, I like wine. So that could be a codex entry or just a bottle of wine. Consumables? He found a 100-year-old bottle of wine, dear God. Cold resist, constitution. Sure, let's put that on. Okay, there it is. Garblog's Backcountry Reserve. Likely dropped to avoid seizure by authorities or because seizure due to drinking it. Garblog only brewed from 874 to 892 blessed. Killed when the vapors in his beard spontaneously ignited. Dear God. Can be sold to a merchant and given to certain party members to influence their approval rating. Okay, so it's another gift. Alright, so let's get on with this. There we go. So what are we're in, this is Lothering, isn't it? Yes. Okay, Denerim is where, what's his name's going to be, I think. Ostagar, or Orlais is the people that Loghain is freaking out over. He doesn't trust them for some reason. Redcliffe Castle is where Arl Aemon is. Lake Catlanad is the entrance to the tower. The Dalish elves are over here, so we need to go here for the elves, here for the mages, and here for Redcliffe. We also need to find the dwarves, which I'm not sure they're showing up on here yet. Okay, so let's go, I guess, talk to some people, see what's happening.
So let's talk about your
my family to
mother
Lothering
for a
because I
moment.
thought it would be safe.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Or we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
Oh, I'm gonna love these exchanges. I'm not sure what to do with these vellums. I have to ask my sister about that. She's insanely into Dragon Age. Templar.
If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you, there's none to be found.
Okay.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman? Haha, I'm not the only one with some business sense.
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more. Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving. Perhaps. If that woman agrees I'm allowed to charge something.
Do what you must, so long as the prices do not beggar the needy.
Fine, fine, done. And since you don't look too needy, normal prices for you.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
Oh, no, I don't want to piss off Morrigan. I'm sorry. Might as well. I can sell it. What do you have, actually?
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something. All right. Just don't buy everything up.
Alright, shopping's done. I don't need to show all that.
The chantry board.
It shall be done.
As transcribed on behalf of Sir Barrett, Templar and Defender of the Faith. Know that all who prey upon refugees do so under the pain of death. The Maker spurns bandits and their kind. Templars offer a sizable reward for the apprehension or execution of the bandit leaders playing for their trade in the northern wood and roads. Beware, the bandits are numerous and considerable skill. Only a well-armed and well-trained party should brave the deep woods. We pray for the success of any who undertake this mission. Residents of good standing and passing travelers have indicated there are 3 bandit groups in the northern wood. This humble chanter would echo Sir Brian's caution, lest you wind up another victim of these evil men. The reward for such service is 3 sovereigns. May the Maker look after his children in the hour of need. How much is a sovereign? Or what is a sovereign?
Yes, let us run errands for the betterment of mankind as well as a few coppers.
As you say.
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of protection this village has.
I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Turn Logain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Logain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
When did this happen?
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow its progress. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims. I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales. What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise. Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. Why is that, if I may ask? I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tern Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tern has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern. The Arl fell ill before the king died. But what if Loghain planned that too? Oh, such thoughts do not sit well with me.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, good sir. You have been most helpful.
So I should take another look at that notes. Only one person witnessed Mafrath's betrayal. Havard of Aegis, a childhood friend of Mafrath. He accompanied his chief to a meeting with the Tevengers, not realizing what was planned. When he understood that Mafrath was giving Andraste over to be executed, Havard, unwilling to draw swords against his friend and liege, placed himself between Andraste and the Tevenger soldiers. The Tevengers struck him down. Mafrath left him for dead. Gravely wounded, Havard made his way to the gates of Mithraus to stop the execution. When he reached it, the terrible deed was already done. The armies on the plains long since dispersed. Havard, cursing his weakness, gathered the earthly remains of Andraste that had been left to the wind and rain, and wet. When his fingers touched the pile of ash, his ears filled with songs, and he saw before him a vision of Andraste dressed in cloth made of starlight. She knelt aside, saying, "The Maker will never forget." Okay, we've already been through that. Okay, what was the... This is the notes. Brother Gentivi holds the key to finding the Urn of Sacred Ashes. We already knew this, but I believe I now know where Brother Gentivi lies. I have been to his home in Dinnerum. Okay, it's in Dinnerum. Okay, so... Okay, so we can go to Dinnerum.
Chant of light scattered and...
Make our way over to Dinnerum and we can get the urn, but we also are probably going to get intercepted by Loghain over there. Or we could just go to Redcliffe and see if there's anything we can do
donation to the Chantry, my friend?
immediately.
You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here. I understand. Not all are wealthy enough to spare even a few coins for the Maker's favor. What can I do for you then? A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tern Loghain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws. You have not heard? The Tern claims that the Grey Wardens are responsible for the King's death. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else... I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village and chantry. The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now, if there is nothing else, may the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
And when the chant spreads across
Okay.
all corners of the world, let it rise at last to the ears of
Anything else interesting happening over here?
Accurate likeness of Andraste. Maybe she was ugly. Maybe she had buck teeth. Probably not.
Okay, should we tell people to, you know, get out of here? Because aren't the Darkspawn heading this way? I mean, they're already running from them anyways, but still.
I'm cold. I don't like
I shall do it.
There's a quest marker
I
over here.
have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
Have you seen my mother? She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Good luck with that.
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
I don't want to drag the kid with me. He's...
Why not? Why would she leave me here? But she must be coming.
Please just get me out of this dialogue. Can I just escape out?
She'll come soon, right?
Okay.
She wouldn't leave me here all alone. Mother, where are you?
Okay. As much as I want to help the kid, I do not want to drag a kid through combat. Potentially.
It
So.
has begun.
Ooh. The rubble? There's a lot more exploring in this game than I thought there would be. And not everything, not every side quest is actually marked helpful refuge.
You might not want to go in. Tavern's full, and those soldiers are being a nuisance. Is there any reason to be happy? With the king dead, them Darkspawn will overrun Lothering before anyone can organize. You'd think those soldiers could at least run off the bandits. I hear someone gave them what they deserved. Wasn't you, was it? It would be nice to thank whoever did it, that's all. Good luck to you.
Yeah, I didn't do anything to the bandits, I just lied to them.
I heard he saw just in time what those Grey Wardens were doing and saved his men. He's a hero, that's what he is.
Too bad he couldn't save poor King Kalen. Blast those Grey Wardens, they deserve what they got.
Okay, so he's already started the propaganda
Well,
against us.
Look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Loghain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen one.
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there is no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Tern Logain claims the Grey Wardens betrayed the king. Or haven't you heard?
Enough talk! Take the warden into custody. Kill this sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right. Let's make this quick.
Oh, lovely.
You should run again.
Dear God.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
I mean, it makes sense, but I like that everyone's just, like, covered in blood and just now calmly talking.
I was there! The turn pulled us out of a trap. The wardens led the king to his death. The turn could do nothing! What do you want to tell him? I'll tell him! Right away, now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help. I wasn't born in the Chantry, you know. Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was. I joined the Chantry to live a life of religious contemplation. But I am no priest, not even an initiate. Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along. The Maker told me to.
I believe where I back away slowly.
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
And put you in.
Indeed.
Okay. Oh dear God, he disintegrated.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell. You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks. You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell. Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison. I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice. Thanks. I might have some ingredients in stock. Don't really know what you need.
I don't think a poison's gonna do much to slow down a darkspawn. Relating to quest, is it? Some more controls. Cloistered away from the fuss and flare of the cities, I found peace, and in that stillness I could hear the Maker. A lay sister of the Chantry who can beat the suffering out of a trained mercenary. Trained mercenaries would be notable enough, but this one also claims to have been sent to fight the Darkspawn by the Maker himself, is unusual to say at least. She joined Alistair and Tocho and Lothering, insisting she would prove useful. What was that about? Create a poison for Barlin. Three flasks of venom. You've got poison making, don't you? You don't actually, okay. But Leilana does. Toxin extract. Do you have toxin extract?
Or you here to see my stock?
Can I use herbalism to create toxin extract? I can make potions at least. How do I get toxin extract? Anyways, we'll figure that out later. Let's actually make some progress today.
It is begun.
Oh, that's not the way I came in. You can do boxes. Yay, I got a rogue. Nice.
Did you see the new recruiters out?
Actually, what is your... You're a bard. You've got some sneak and archery. Okay.
Voice down if I were
So, can I give you... Let's give you a bow. Yeah, alright. And what else can I give you? Should be well enough for now. I don't know how to...
pressing anyone who can hold a sword.
No, I keep pressing that. It's not the one I want.
Terran wants a new army.
Tactics, that's what I want. Leilana, you are a ranged. Yes, okay, do that.
Is it to fight them Darkspawn or those nobles shouting against?
Alright, there was a quest somewhere over here.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps? I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Okay.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of. Lothering's full up with refugees. Might be space in Alison's barn. Speak up. Don't need blades right now. We need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs. Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Okay, it just told me about a note. Quest update, there we go. Lesser health poultices. 3.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods? This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
Yay! Now let's rob her. Okay, what else do we have?
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
Okay.
Shokebasitisra, Mara. You aren't one of my captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is, as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples. I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this? Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret. The people of a farmhold, 8 humans, in addition to the children. There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders. I waited for several days until the knights arrived. Because I wished to. Death will be my atonement. Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime? The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then? Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true. Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here. Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
Yeah, let's go talk to, Priest Lady.
I'm wondering, Morrigan, do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must play.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him? Darkspawn will feast on our flesh! Everyone will die!
You know, you shouted a lot through very closed lips in that little scene there. Go in, please. I'm a little bit annoyed that Morgan's dialogue keeps getting cut out. So let's go talk to the Reverend Mother, because honestly, leaving him to rot there would be a waste whenever we need help.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you, then? It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you? Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers. And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Also, is no one going to talk about how insanely thick these bows are? It hardly looks like it'll bend. Okay, so we got key for Sten's cage. Let's go see if we can convince him to go with us, and hopefully he won't murder us. But he seems like one of those... I don't know why he killed the people, but he seems like one of those guys that's all like, you know, death or glory kind of things.
Where your eyes linger, Alistair.
Yes, well, don't worry. It's not what you think.
I see.
I was looking at your nose.
And what is it about my nose that captivates you so?
I was just thinking that it looks exactly like your mother's.
I hate you so much.
Hmm? What?
Never mind.
Jesus, Alistair.
You wish something more of me? I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it. So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight. And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Let's just keep the group we have so far. What else could we be doing in here?
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
More enemies ahead!
Ah, Jesus. Hold on. Okay, so the game crashed for some reason. Did a quick save, just in case it happens again, which maybe it won't, hopefully.
We done heard what
Let's go
was
deal with
said.
these guys.
You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and
Enemies approaching!
Okay, so let's try something real quick. Bomb on you, put a bomb on you, and run away. Only one bomb went off, I don't know what the other one is. Is it? I think it's that guy? Nope, it's not. Well, that was needless. And there's some stuff happening over here. Let's take a second to regen. There we go. careful with the bomb because it is friendly fire. Oh, I'm being struck. Oh, I'm being struck. Oh, I'm down. I don't know what all Morrigan has.
It's your time to die!
Okay, that's an AoE. We have spider form. We have lightning. Jesus. Okay, well now I have an injury, but that should be fine. What is that? Penalty to cunning, that's fine, I guess. I can live with that for now. You guys gonna go after him? Ooh, hello.
You will learn to fear me.
As you say.
What now?
Liliana, got a chest for you. Okay, don't turn that on. Can Alistair use any of that stuff we just picked up? I mean, technically? Doesn't have any fatigue and it gives more armor, so... Okay. Well, Alistair's got a new getup. What about your weapon? That's a lot better. Is that a two-hand? That was a two-hand, right? Yes. Well, maybe not a lot better, but... Well, yeah, because that's the one you had on. Sure. Let's go with that. Leilana. Yeah, the ones you have on is great. Any other light stuff I can hand you? Studded leather, yes please. Okay. Well, that was nice. Got some upgrades running. I'm not sure if there's anything else I can do here. Wait, why is your... Oh, you've got active effects on. Okay, that's why. So I guess rogues also have the resource penalty to maintaining buffs. Those are spiders. Is there a way I can just like tell... Just tell you to go in?
Here.
There we go.
Hey, watch it!
There we go. Ooh. Hello, textures. There's the toxin extract we were looking for. Alright, so we can go actually finish that quest from the Tavern Keep. I don't have anyone that can make traps yet, though. Oh, hello. Could you not? Also, I just realized I handed you a great sword. You were using sword and board earlier.
Oh!
Lana, there you go. So yeah, I'm gonna need to learn how to kite a little better if I'm using the bombs, but it is very effective, especially with high spell power. Which I don't even know if what I have is high, but still.
I shall do it.
All right. We got a quest done. Report back to the Chancellor Forward. Oh, right, well, I guess I do have some active quests in this area. That's fine, we can finish those out and then we can move on to the next, which we might have to actually call the episode soon. I don't know, there's a lot of delays in it, so I can go a little bit longer than usual and it'll end up evening out. We'll see. Hopefully the recording's still going, because I don't have a second screen with which to catch or check that. First, let's go talk to this guy.
Did you speak?
Make the poison for him.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
I think I'm out of flasks. Yes. And then we go to Leilana. You have poison. And you only need 3, right? What's the death root? Weapons code in this mild poison deal additional nature damage with each hit and may stun the target. Okay.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock? Splendid! If those beasties come on my land, I hope it teaches them a lesson. Yeah, enough gold to cover any of your expenses and then some, eh?
Nice. That's just silver, but not gold, but okay. I appreciate your, the sentiment. Okay, so we turn that in.
So what does a darkspawn look like, anyhow? You ever seen it?
And then we can go talk to, I guess,
Why do
you?
you always go on about how stupid I am? I'm not stupid, am I?
If you need to ask the question...
Because it hurts my manly feelings, you know. Or one of them.
Then I'll be sure to write you an apology once all of this is over.
I was educated by the Chantry. I studied history. They don't make stupid Templars.
Then I must have been mistaken. I'm very impressed.
No, you're not. You're not even listening to me.
My, you are smarter than you look after all. Your Chantry must have been very proud.
It's a little cold, Morgan.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Alright, so I did quests. Where was quests? In here? Journal? Deal with the bands taking advantage of the travelers. Bands set up a barricade on the road to Lothering. They are robbing innocent people from the Bay of Toll. You trick them into believing that a large, unguarded caravan is coming their way, and it would be best for them to wait for that instead of trying to rob you. I guess that's all for this area. Nothing else here, right? Or do you have something else now? Thanks to all villagers who have opened their barns and crossed the refugees in these dark times. The Chancellor regularly hears praise from our visitors, and your virtuous deeds are mentioned in many prayers. Sadly, there's a lone boy in the village whose mother, good wife Sarah, is missing, and she has been missing for the better part of a week. As of this writing, she is presumed dead. May the Maker bless her passing. She was a lady of middle years with red hair and fond of a green cloak. If any traveler or resident comes across her in the wilds, please return her body in the efforts or on her remains. In later years, the boy will be thankful to have such keepsakes to remember his brave mother by. The office of the Challenger will compensate this kindness with a sum of 50 silvers. May the Maker return his gaze on us all.
As you say.
On behalf of Thid, the farmer has departed. Son, I inscribe this missive. As the Maker of the witness, I charge all those with knowledge of arms and armor to brave the dangers of the northern woods to find the family of bears that mauled and killed the boy Enith, for they are abomination in the Maker's sight, and their hides would prove great comfort to the northern farms and solace for Thid's family. As Chancellor of Lothering, I do pledge a sum of 1 sovereign to whoever carries out this, the Maker's will. Exercise caution first and foremost, may his light bathe us all. Okay. So where do I go to look for? Oh, she's just laying out here? Hold on. She told you to run to the village and she was just like right over here the whole time? This is a week ago, no one checked. This is hardly wilds. Oh look, wolves. I thought we were attacking bears. Alistair, you after him.
At your order.
Oh god, that's a lot of wolves. Jesus! It's a nice spell, that walking bomb. Increase mana regen going. Is there a way to show health bars like, as we're fighting? That'd be helpful. Ow. Rude.
Victorious.
Who's sorry? Alistair? You're fine. Okay, so she wasn't here just laying about, so I guess they had to, Well, I'm glad I didn't bring the boy in the middle of all that. What else was out here? Quest for the Chancellor's Board. So is this the bears? Bears? Bears.
It's your time to shine. Too easy.
Yay! That's a lot of gore.
Be careful.
You guys remember I'm a healer, right? Was that all for this? Okay, well I guess that's done. Anything else popping up on the map? Nope. So I guess I have to go talk to the Chantry again. I have played a little bit of this. I didn't get very far, but I also didn't stay in the areas to do side quests, so maybe I'll be better equipped for some of the more annoying things that I remember happening. I also didn't pay much attention to what was actually going on during the game when I was playing it, so this may as well be a blind run.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
It's a bit weird how your robes are bugging out like that, my friend. Oh, I got a level up. Or Alistair got a level up. I think I'm about to get a level up.
The legions of evil.
Okay, we've already talked to you.
Better. There, one of their minions is. I watch the Black Horde. Please stop.
But isn't he right? The ban left us.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us. Darkspawn.
Okay, yeah, you're annoying. And I have to go talk to someone about boy's mother. Who do I talk to about the mother? Not in here, apparently. I did get the keepsake. I think the boy was just standing outside, but I didn't see a marker on him, so I didn't think to click on him.
So many strangers are about now.
That's not the same kid. Okay, quest log? I guess we handled it? Oh.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something? Alright, just
Okay.
don't buy everything up.
I gotta notice that I'm, out of inventory space, so do you happen to have a backpack on you? No. Okay. Let's see if we can sell some of this stuff. You've got a name. Is that important? I've got a lot of extra stuff down here. I'm not sure if I can use it for anything. I'll have to look into that, because I don't know if we actually do have like a form of leatherworking or something involved, because as far as I can tell, it's just traps, poisons, and herbs are the quote-unquote professions in this game. I do need to clear out some of this stuff. I could start using poisons, but I know I'm not going to. I don't know, I've always been terrible at maintaining consumables during, like, even for like raids and WoW. I just don't use them. Alright, well, we've rearranged our inventory and some gear for to get us sorted out, and I think that's about all that we can do in this area aside from the traps quest, but
So let me get this
traps.
straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. You never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Lovely. Anyways, I think we're done with this area. Nothing else really seems to be standing out to me as far as like interactable things. Yeah, so we're gonna call it here. Had a massive lore dump, a little bit of technical issues. Hopefully they're not going to affect anything too bad. But yeah, next we're going to move on to... Actually, can I actually see a world map from here? Yeah. I kind of want to return to the circle. Because that seems like a fun idea, but I also... The elves are right over here. And I know that they're both going to have like their own storyline, something's going to go wrong there, and I think that the Mage's Tower is going to have more magey stuff for us. As far as just raw loot. And this, I'm just, oh, this is Blight, okay. Is that going to spread? So I don't know if we can actually go back to where the Blight is once it spreads, so we're going we might have to be careful on where we decide to go. but I definitely want to go there. I might go to the woods next. We'll see. And then there's Red Cliff. We can go see if there's anything we do about the Jarl's illness. So like go directly there and then see if there's anything we do. Or we can go up to Denerim and find the Urn of Sacred Ashes. And then bring that back down here. But Denerim has Terran Loghain, and I get the feeling we're going to get recognized up there. It's going to be a huge thing. So, I'm not sure what to do. But we'll decide that next time. Remember to leave a like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!